Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It is bright and early. It is 6:50 in the morning, but I wanted to record this video before I get my day started. So basically, today's my birthday. It's February 18th and I'm turning 23 years old today. And I thought it'd be fun to make a video where I tell you guys the 23 lessons that I've learned at 23. So let's get started. I didn't come to learn about love languages up until maybe 2-3 years ago, and it's been really important for me and RJ to know these stuff just because it's such a good way to know how to communicate with your partner and what their needs are and their wants and all that stuff. It's taken me a while to realize this, but the first thing that always comes to my mind when I think about this is my relationship with RJ, and you'll notice I'll be talking a lot about him because he's been obviously one of the most important things in my life. So when I met RJ and when I went to Iowa State and when I decided to go to Iowa State and everything that happened for me to end up meeting RJ, I feel like that all was written down in the plans and it happened for a reason. This is something that I learned early on in life, that some people are only meant to be in your life for a certain amount of time. They have an impact to make in your life, and that's it, and that is totally fine. And this I cannot rave about more. Mentors have so much to teach. They're such an amazing resource. Mentors oftentimes have all these knowledge that they want to give out. Obviously, you have to pay for it, or you can do your own research, but mentors just provide all this knowledge. They provide support, they provide accountability. And it's just, I really cannot say enough how good it has been for me to have a mentor this last couple months, and just the community that comes from it. It's amazing. Trust me, if you're wanting to get a mentor, go look around or even DM me and I can help you out. I was actually just talking about this on my Instagram story. Make sure to follow me there for more content, but communication is just key. Like, if you're not talking, expressing your feelings, expressing your emotions, you're not gonna get anywhere. People don't read minds. They can read your body language, but oftentimes your body language doesn't say the same things that you're thinking about. So communication, it's seriously key. A 9-to-5, I could never survive in a 9-to-5. I would seriously, one, die of boredom, and two, lose my mind if I was sitting at a desk in a 9-to-5, working in a computer, working for someone. It's just not for me. Some people thrive in those type of scenarios, in those type of jobs. I could never. People expect college grads or high school grads to go straight from graduation to a job. Some people don't have to do that. Some people, maybe you want to take a gap year. Maybe you want to try to, get a business started. There's a different path for every person. You can't be comparing yourself to others. You have to live your own life at your own time, at your own pace. Other 23-year-olds are maybe not living life like I am. I know a lot of 23-year-olds that are not married and are not buying a house and are not starting their business. And that doesn't mean I'm doing it wrong or they're doing it wrong. There is no reason to be overworking yourself. That's another reason why a 9-to-5 would never work for me. It's because the idea of having to work 40 hours a week seems so unreasonable. Especially on social media. People are just posting their highlights. People are posting the good stuff. There's so much stuff that's going on behind the scenes that we often don't know about, and we have to be very, very mindful about that, because we can just, point fingers and hate on people, but in reality, we're all going through our own bullshit, and it's hard enough to be going through it quietly. Even worse if people are just sending hate comments or being mean to you. So just be kind to everyone. Oh my gosh, please, just live life, be happy, have a good time. Life is short. You only get one. How many cliches can I tell you? Just don't take life too seriously. Take risks. Do what you're passionate about. Don't follow the rules. Do all the fun stuff you want to do now, because you never know when it'll just gonna blow up. And seriously, like, people out there sell anything. Like, for some reason, the only thing I can think of is dirty underwear. Like, people out there sell their dirty underwear and they make $200, $300 out of their dirty underwear. Like, you can make money out of anything. Just look out there. It's so important to just not try to fit into a box. There's so many boxes out there that you can try to fit in, but you gotta make your own box. I've gone through my fair share of adversity, especially during this last year of my life, and I just decided to learn from it. I could have just been mad at it for the rest of my life, could have been pissed, could have been angry, but then I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be making this video. I wouldn't be as joyful as I am today. I wouldn't be enjoying life like I should, and honestly, that doesn't sound like the life I want to live. So choose to learn instead of be mad. This is key. When I went to Iowa State, I was escaping an extremely toxic relationship, and literally the first thing I did when I went to Iowa State and I found out we had free therapy is I signed up for free therapy, and I went through all the intensives, 12 weeks of therapy, and I found myself and I started to love myself again. And then I met RJ, and it was just like, yes, I'm ready to be in a relationship right now, because I've worked on myself for 3 months, and it was like the best thing I could do for myself. And this is something that maybe I had to learn the hard way. I lost a lot of my friends this past year, and I didn't notice how toxic the environment I was in was until I removed myself from it, and it was like a weight was lifted off my shoulders. And I know that might be mean to say, but some people are toxic just because of how I interpret their friendship to me. Like, they're not toxic to some other people, but they were toxic to me. It is so true. Like, the moment I knew that RJ was the one, it was like, wow. Like, first of all, how did I make it here? Two, it feels like two souls are connected again. It really does. Like, you were always meant to be together, and maybe in an alternate universe you were together beforehand, and then you came to this universe and you reunited, and it feels so good to know you found the one. So don't give up. He's out there, she's out there, it is out there, whatever it is, it's out there, and you'll know when it's the one. Like, a lot of people ask me, how did I know RJ was the one? And it's like, you just know, you feel it in your bones. This was one that took me a while to realize, because I went to Catholic school, and I feel like in Catholic school I was taught religion as a punishment. God punishes you. And now these last couple of years I learned about a God that forgives, and it's been so good to, get to know him again and talk to him and hear from him. And he's real. He's out there. He works wonders. He talks to you. He wants you to do great. He has a plan for you. So he is real. That is totally fine. None of our lives are going to go as planned, because we don't have control over that stuff. God does. He has a plan for us. We just got to follow through with his plan. So if you're planning on doing something and you're really excited for it, go for it. But just know, if it doesn't work out, it's probably because God has a better plan for you. So just buckle up. He's working through you. You just got to be patient. We have friends from elementary school or from high school, and we get to a stage in our lives where we're like, we are not compatible. Like, you're in this stage of your life and I am in this stage of your life. I'm matured at this speed and you're maturing at this speed, and you're just not compatible anymore, and you've outgrown the relationship. And that's normal, because again, we're all going at a different pace, and life is just going quicker for some people, slower for some people, and sometimes the relationship just doesn't fit in your life anymore. And this is something that I had to learn the hard way, because I have a lot of friends who are texting constantly with multiple friends. And I was always like, wow, like I don't have a friend like that. I don't have a friend that I talk to every day. And then I found out like, I don't think that's even healthy. Like obviously I talk to RJ every day because I live with the guy, but even before we got married and before we lived together, we weren't texting every day because we knew we didn't need to do that. For me, having to text someone every single hour of every single day sounds more of like a controlling thing. I talked about this a little bit already, but we're all going through a different path. We're all doing our own things. This is actually something that I always try to remind myself, especially when I'm at the gym. Like, I started going to the gym a year ago, so I can't expect to be at the same level as people who have been going to the gym 5 years ago. So I have to remind myself that I can't be comparing myself to others because, again, they are on different paths. They've been doing this for longer, and we're just not, you know, on our same trajectory. We're just doing completely different things. This is so good because, like I said, I've always known I never wanted to do a 9 to 5, so it's kind of hard for me to right now not be bringing in income to my family, but that's okay because I'm only 23 years old and I don't have to have it all figured out. I can figure out along the way. I have so much life to live that I just gotta take it one step at a time, and things will unfold as I go, and I truly don't need to have it all figured out today. Like right now, I'm turning 23, I have to know everything. No, like there's time for me to figure life out, to figure out what I, you know, will ultimately do in my life. So those are the 23 things I've learned by 23. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend. I'm sure they might like it, and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.